Are you sweating and sweltering in the summer heat right now? You might even reminisce about the good old days when summers weren't this terribly hot, when you were a little kid. But unfortunately, climate change is a reality, and we all have to live with the consequences, which also include skyrocketing electricity bills that are bound to go up continuously every year. An economical way to cut down this cost is to harness the power of the sun to power the appliances and gadgets in your house. Here's a table that will help you understand just how much you will be able to save every year. If you install a 3 kilowatt plant, you'll have to pay an average cost of rupees 1.8 lakh for it. We're saying average because installation costs depend on the type of solar panels you will use. So the price for a 3 kilowatt plant can range from rupees 1.35 lakh to rupees 2.25 lakh. Such a plant will generate about 4,320 units in a year. If the average electricity tariff you pay is rupees 10 per unit, you will easily save 43,200 rupees every year. Of course, the higher capacity solar plants, the higher will be the cost of the installation. But no matter what the cost, you will be able to recover it in 4 to 5 years. And don't worry, solar panels are very easy to maintain, so the maintenance cost is usually low. All they require is them to be cleaned once a month with soft tap water and a special brush which has special bristles. This is so that the bristles are designed in a way that you don't scratch the glass surface of the panels. However, you should have a professional take care of your plant at least twice a year, such as for calibration of sensors, to prevent a drop or shutdown of generation of power. Many companies provide an annual maintenance contract for plants that are over 5 kilowatt in capacity, and the cost ranges from 1,200 to 2,000 rupees per kilowatt. The capacity of the solar plant you need to install will depend on the number of appliances and gadgets you have at home and the number of hours you use them every day. Typically, a 1 kilowatt solar system can generate 4 units of electricity per day, which is about 100 to 120 units per month. This is enough to power a fan, 2-3 lights, a fridge, and a TV. If we stick to our example of a 3 kilowatt plant that generates about 4,300 units of power a year, you will be able to run many more appliances and gadgets, including an AC, laptop, geyser, and washing machine for a few hours every day. Of course, your cost will come down even further as you can benefit from subsidies provided by the government. The central government offers a central financial assistance or subsidy to residential properties to install solar systems. For the first 3 kilowatt, you can avail of a subsidy of rupees 14,500 to rupees 17,600 depending on the state or union territory where you live. Beyond 3 kilowatt and up to 10 kilowatt, the subsidy is rupees 7,300 to rupees 8,800. To avail of this subsidy, you can apply for the installation of grid-connected rooftop solar through 2 ways. The first is by applying through the National Plan for Rooftop Solar. To do this, you will need to download the Sandesh app, register on the government's portal, and fill up a form. You will then get a feasibility approval form from your local DISCOM or electricity distribution company. You will have to install the plant through a vendor who is registered with the DISCOM. If you don't, your solar plant will not be eligible for the subsidy. After installation, submit the plant details and apply for a net meter. This will be inspected by the DISCOM, which will then generate a commissioning certificate from the portal. After you submit the certificate and your bank account details with a cancel check on the portal, you will get the subsidy within 30 working days. The second method to avail of the subsidy is by applying through the portals of state DISCOMs. In this case, you will have to pay only the balance amount after deducting the subsidy to the bank account of the empaneled vendor who will install the plant only after the successful installation and verification by the state discoms. But before installing a solar plant, you must check 6 things. The first is to calculate your power load. Note down the appliances and gadgets you use every day, such as TV, AC, refrigerator, geyser, lights, iron, etc., and the amount of time you use them for. Then calculate the watt-hour by multiplying their run time with their power rating. After you add all these watt-hours, you will need to multiply them by 30 to get your monthly consumption. The second thing you have to figure out is the amount of space that you have. This will depend on the number of solar panels you will require to meet your energy needs. The panels need to be installed in a place where they will receive sunlight for at least 8 hours every day. Usually, solar panels require 100 square foot area per kilowatt. So a 2 kilowatt plant requires 6 to 8 panels and 200 square feet, while a 3 kilowatt one will have about 9 panels and require up to 300 square feet. The higher the capacity of the plant, the larger the space you will need to put the panels. Next, you have to figure out the capacity of the battery that you will need to install with the plant. This will depend on whether you have an on-grid system where you're connected to a power grid or an off-grid one, which is a standalone system. If you have an off-grid system, you will need a battery that can sufficiently store the amount of power you will need to power up your house when the sun isn't shining. The battery should have a power controller so you can monitor its charging. The fourth thing you should keep in mind is the type of inverter you will need. Solar arrays produce electricity in direct current, but electrical appliances use power in the form of alternating current. This conversion is done by inverters, which come in varying power wattages and types, including square wave, modified sine wave, and pure sine wave inverters. Your best bet is the pure sine wave inverter. After this, you have to choose the type of panel you want, which will determine the cost of your solar plant. A 1 kilowatt solar panel costs 45,000 to 80,000 rupees, depending on the type of panel you choose. There are 3 main types of panels available in India: monocrystalline, bifacial, and polycrystalline. The first 2 are more expensive than the last one, but they are also way more energy efficient. The 6th and very important thing you need to check is the permission you will require to install your solar system. You will need to take permission from your local discom or electricity distribution company to install solar panels for an on-grid system. You can do this by submitting a net metering application. The discom will check the feasibility of your plant, and if it approves, it will replace the existing electricity meter in your home with a net meter. The new meter will measure the units of electricity that you will import from the grid and export back to the grid from your solar plant. So you will only be charged in your electricity bill for the net imported units, that is, after subtracting the units exported by you. However, if you plan to install an off-grid plant, then you don't need to take any permissions. We hope you will be able to use the power of the sun this year to actually cut down on your electricity bills this year as well as in the future.